And now, last but not least, it's time for ILTV's history and archaeology expert, Anat Harrel. Today we are discussing an unexpected phenomenon in ancient Judaism, statues of naked women. Now let's find out why this is relevant from Anat Harrel. This is Can You Dig It? Okay, it's time to welcome Anat Harrel to the show. Hi, Anat. Thank you for joining us as always.
Thank you for having me.
Okay, so we're talking about statues, small figurines made in ancient Judaism that are naked women. Why is this so significant?
Well, you may think it's significant, but actually it's not that big of a deal because thousands of these figurines were found from First Temple times, and it is a very common occurrence that households in Judea, in the ancient Judea and the kingdom of Judea, these households had little figurines. Many of them are women. Many of them are a rider on a horse. Many of them are of animals. Figurines were a staple in houses in all the kingdom.
Okay, and what is the significance of the female body during this time?
So we are not really sure exactly what the figurines mean, but experts say that maybe they are fertility goddesses, maybe they are talismans, good omens or good luck charms, or maybe they're guarding or protecting the home. The reasons people had those little figurines we're not really sure, but that they were found, and there were thousands of them found in Jerusalem, around Jerusalem, is a fact. We have found them since the end of the 19th century, and there are thousands of them.
Interesting. So it looks like they might have some kind of a mystical purpose. I wonder how this represents the way that, the Jewish religion has evolved over the years, because we don't see things like these days, do we?
Right. And so the way Judaism is today, all right, is not at all what it was like during First Temple times. What it shows is the reason the Jewish people have survived for 3,000 years is because we have been able to adapt to whatever times we were living in. So, for example, back in First Temple times, people, Judeans, all right, they had figurines. They worshipped different gods aside from the God that we have today. And we know that, even this past Shabbat, we read in the Parsha that Jacob, our forefather Jacob, said to his household and to all who were with him, discard the alien gods that are in your midst, and cleanse yourself and come with me. And what did they do? They gave to Jacob all the alien gods that were in his possession. So there are many places in the Torah that shows that people during the First Temple times, they actually had little figurines. They didn't only worship the one God, but all kinds of gods. This ended after the exile to Babylon. When we came back from Babylon, from Babylonia, all of these little figurines disappear from the archaeological record. And so the Jewish people have been changing. What we have today is not at all the sacrificial cult that was in the First Temple times. We have changed throughout the ages, and that's what makes the Jewish people such an amazing people.
So when did archaeologists begin to discover things like these, and in what area of Israel were they discovered? All over the place?
Actually, yes, because we, the Judeans, during the First Temple times, were not the only ones that had all these figurines. They have been found all throughout the Levant, the Middle East. But in the land of Israel, especially in Judea and the Judean mountains, and especially in Jerusalem, starting from the end of the 19th century, archaeologists have been finding in the ruins in their excavations little figurines of all kinds, showing that these were important and very, very common in the local households.
Wow, really, really fascinating stuff. Anat Harrel, thank you as always.
You're welcome.